All right, good morning, Tuesday morning, and I think we're going to start a new series today for the rest of the year till the end of December. And we're going to be talking truth and grace, and we're going to contrast truth and grace. And each day I'll do one or the other. So I want to start with truth today, and I'm going to talk about truth a little bit, and then tomorrow we'll talk about grace, and then we'll kind of just do that the rest of the year. And it's interesting to do that. I've done it before, and it's um, truth and grace are unique because in and of themselves they're great, but they're even better when you combine them with the other. If you're all truth all the time, how can anybody argue with you? If you're all truth all the time, you can become harsh. Is what it really boils right down to, because truth is harsh. Truth by nature doesn't have a lot of options. It's truth. There's one way. It's the one. It's the truth. It's the one correct answer. Um, and people it scares people, especially in our world today. Nobody likes truth because um, it's not inclusive. It's not. It doesn't cater to everyone. It doesn't make an option for everyone. So um, that's what we're going to do. Today's truth. Truth today. We're going to talk about the truth. We'll be looking at John 14, and I'll read the first 6 verses, and we'll start right here. Jesus, the way to the Father. Don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God and also trust in me. There is more than enough room in my Father's home. If this were not so, would I have told you that I am going to prepare a place for you? When everything is ready, I will come and get you, so that you will always be with me where I am. And you know the way to where I am going. No, Lord, we don't know the way, Thomas said. We have no idea where you're going, so how can we get there? How can we know the way? And Jesus told him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me. If you had really known me, you would know who my Father is. From now on, you do know him and have been saved and have seen him. So, this is one of my, this is my year verse from, what was it, 2014, John 14:6. The way, the truth, and the life, no one comes to the Father except through me. Now that is a huge spoonful of truth. Um, Jesus doesn't say, well, I am one of the ways. You could also do it on your good works. You could go through Buddha. There's no other way. Jesus is the way to eternal salvation, eternal heaven, eternal perfection in the Lord's home, where He has prepared a place for us. There's only one way to get there, and that's Jesus. Um, and we can't. There's not. We're not. We can't negotiate that. That's not going to be like a give and take thing with God, where we can say, well, what about Jesus and, or we put Jesus, comma, anything. It's just not. There's no room for a comma. There's no room for anything else after Jesus as far as how to get to heaven. That's the one way. I talked about this a little bit before, but if you were faced with God today and He said, "Why should I let you into my heaven?" If your answer is literally anything other than because of Jesus, then you're on the right track. It's a narrow truth. That truth is very narrow. Uh, there's only one path, and that's Jesus. Believing in Jesus, rebirth, our second birth, spiritual birth into um, salvation through Christ, and that's it. So it's okay. Not everything has to be expanded and modified and you know inclusive to this person, inclusive to that person. This is what it is. God says this is what it is. You have a decision to make. Is this something you want? Is this something you're going to decide to accept or not? That's as straight truth as you can get. That's a big old hot spoonful of truth, and um, Cleo and I, my wife, talk about like not a lot of people like big spoonfuls of truth, you know. you can give them truth, with a dropper, just one little drop of truth at a time, and surround it with comforting things like grace and love and whatever. But not many people just like straight truth, even if it's necessary. Sometimes people have a hard time stomaching it. They have a hard time accepting it. Yeah, and Jesus didn't teach that way. Jesus didn't teach with a fist of truth. He he taught through grace. He brought us truth through grace, and that's important. Like I said at the beginning, you got to have balance. Where there's truth, there must be grace. Where there's grace, there must be truth. If you try to do one without the other, you don't get you don't get the intended result. So the way and the truth and life, no one comes to the Father except through Jesus. That is truth, and we can't debate it. So you tell somebody about Jesus today, tell them about the truth. We don't always lead with the truth, but it's truth. You can't go wrong. Do it in love, do it in grace, but don't forget truth. Truth is important to include when we're ministering or witnessing or helping somebody or counseling somebody. We have to saturate everything with truth. So, see you at church, Whole Life Church. We're on US 12 across from the Dollar General. We'll see you there at 10 o'clock on Sunday.